You know, my dad know Bob, and know Bob was my hero and stuff, you know. So he used to talk about them, you know. Say, oh man, those those boy, the Wailers. I just say, yeah, that's my group, you know. I just say Bob and Peter and Bunny himself say, oh my God, him say that little red one. That's what they call Bob Marley Red, you know. He got a soul. And Bunny Wailer, you know, cause my dad and Bunny Wailer, Mr. Livingston was best friend, you know. And he said Bunny was a singer. But him said, oh my God, that tall one, that tall boy who played that guitar, played that tall. He said, man, he's a champion. And you know, so one day my dad said, I was in the house sleeping, and he said, man, you're sleeping. Don't you want to meet your hero? Yeah. I just say, who that? I want to hear me out. And him say, come on, man, you know who? And when we go outside, it was Bob. And then, you know, him introduced me to Bob and tell Bob, say, man, this boy won't stop calling your name from when you're young. And Bob said, oh, this is a little baby that go away in the country. And say, yeah, that's him. Now he grew up, you know. So I start going to the shop, talking to Bob, just stand around, you know, looking at thing, hearing them talking and just eavesdropping. And I run into Sister Rita and, you know, tell her that I need some record, you know, to sell. And she said, what? I just say, yeah, I know all the sound system. And she gave me a box. And in 1 hour, I was back looking for two boxes. She just said, who you sell it to? I just said, look, I know the whole neighborhood, everybody I play sound and music, everyone, and they love me. And that's how the journey started.
About your name, Mikey Ras, was that the
Yes, sir.
first name you went under?
That's when I do my first. I was being managed by Tommy Cowan and Valerie's wife, his first wife. You know, she was Chinese, and there was a guy, a French guy, and he called me. No, we're gonna call you. My name Mikey Ras. Rasta, and him said, no, we're gonna call you Mikey Starr, Mikey Ras Starr, and that's how I get the name Mikey Ras Starr. And my first record, and that I was 19 then. First place I go to, the Wailers record store. One day I hear him say, man, we need to make a record, but we don't have the money. And they don't want a record for Cox or none of the record producers, you know? They want to do it themselves. So I was like, man, I know my friend Michael Martin, and he got money. His dad is a millionaire, and he owned a business now. His dad died and turned it over. And my dad let me meet him, you know, when I was young. So we become friends. And I know he loved Bob Marley, you know. So, but we never talk about it. So, and his office is just like 2 miles from where Bob's shop is on Orange Street. It was a magnet, a close company. So I went back down there and said, Michael, boy, like how you have so much money and you say I got produce me, but you're not ready yet. So I'm just say right now, Bob needs some money, you know, to record a program, and him just say, man, come out of here. You know Bob Marley. But I say, if I know Bob Marley, I say, you ever know Bob Marley a long time? My dad bring me to him and say, you never tell me that yet. I say, no, I'm gonna tell you because we always talk about me and girls, you know. And so he look at me and say, man, if you know Bob Marley and make me meet Bob Marley, I give Bob Marley the money to do his record, then I produce it. And I say, yeah, I just all right, me soon come. So I went up there to Bob's shop and tell him what's gonna go down. And say, Bob, you don't say nothing. Just stay behind the door when I go up there. And I'm gonna ask him what he say. So I went me and Bob go back down there, went up to his office upstairs, Tell Bob to stay outside, go inside and say, Mikey, what you say now? Me say, man, Ras, man. That I'm favorite word. Ras, me say, if you know Bob Marley, I make me meet Bob Marley. Me give Bob Marley the money. Then give him the money to produce an album and produce you. Me just say, Bob, I'm Bob walking. It was over. It was like, you little Ras. Me just say, yeah. So the deal of it on, and that's how we go. And them say, all right, Bob, you're going to produce him song. So I produced my first song, Got to Say Love. And then Peter, I just say, oh, I want Peter to play piano on it and guitar. So Peter played the piano and guitar, and Bob produced the session, Carly and drum, Robbie and bass, and Bunny Wailer and percussion, and Tyrone Downey and organ, and my next brother named Sowell, you know, and guitar. I never play on that song. I just sing. And it's funny. The Wailers supposed to sing the background, Peter and all of them, you know. And then when I voiced the song, they was like, this boy don't need no background singer. All he need is hands. He got better voice than all of us. So I was like, for real, and they never sing background on it. Because they say your voice is good. You don't need no background. You know, so that's how me and Peter now start hook up. So I started visiting Peter at his home in St. Catherine, you know. So every morning I know he runs, you know. So one day I go there and never find him in the morning. He gone already. And I was like, what? I was like, man, I got to come earlier. So, you know, it take me an hour, you know, to go there in the bus, and if I got to run to him. So, man, the bus doesn't come. I start running to Peter. I used to wake him up, and then we go running for 3 years. We do that every morning. And I remember we used to sit on his step and talk about, you know, the music. And I told him that, you know, my band likes to Saba. We playing this Afro beat, African beat, you know. And I said, it fit good. It's like we can put scare on it, and we talk about and explain into it. And then it inspired him to write on Buckingham Palace. And it was the bomb, you know, when Peter used it. And that's when, you know, me and him become friends and we start talk. And then in 1975, also, that's the year me and Peter Tosh and Big Dread from the band and the next guy named Peter, we get baptized in the Orthodox Church. Yeah, that same year, you know. And so by then we were brethren, but you know, I had a band. Now I'm with my band, and my band get popular. So you know, we were playing. So every now and then, no, I didn't get time to go run with Peter again, because now I'm running with China and Santa Davis. So you know, it was a whole lot of people I'm running with now, and then you know, Sly, Robbie, different sessions. So now I get popular. And everyone know I'm playing. I play bass, so that was when I stopped singing for a while, because I get too popular playing bass and all songs and everything. You know, I really record my music.